Good afternoon, everyone. Today's quick video, we will be touching base on a trade I took on GBP JPY last week, and I will be updating my progress and outcomes, and I will also be showing you one or two pairs that I'm actually currently in a trade for this week. So let's jump into my trade that I took with GBP JPY. And on the last call, or last video, I should say, I was actually in profit. I actually ended up moving my stop loss to break even once we hit this previous high level at the 200,350 level. Considering I knew it was Sunday coming into Monday, there was a lot of different volatility coming in, and price actually came back to hitting my entry price. So that trade actually broke even, so unfortunately no profits there, but we take and remove all the emotion from trading and we move on to the next trade. So let me show you my next couple of pairs that I actually am in. Give me 1 second. So I'm actually I took a trade on GBP CHF, considering my GBP JPY hit my stop loss, and now price is trending in the short position. I decided to look at GBP CHF for a buy. So let me jump to the daily time frame. This one is a little bit more complex. As you can see, we are in a downtrend. I don't think I'm going to take this as a long-term long. This will be more of a short in and out trade. So as you can see, we definitely are in a downtrend. Lower lows and lower highs. But I like this price action that's been resolving more at this 1.066 level. So I'm going to jump down to the 4-hour. And as we can tell, we had lower lows and lower highs, all within this range, lower lows, lower highs, etc. But I also saw a lot of resistance, or support, I should say, rather, at this 106 level, 106.7. There were some reversal signals, some dojis, and price then created an engulfing candle. We are below the 50 EMA, but I did see some trending upwards on the 4-hour chart, making some higher, well, not quite higher highs and higher lows, but we had structure creating a new lower high, and then eventually deeming for a higher high. So with that being said, I will kind of break down everything from what I saw from where it started. So I believe I jumped down to the 1-hour chart, and let me just delete everything for you from the beginning. So I took my trend line, I saw it price trending, and we see that price touched 1, 2, 3, and now 4 times. I saw this about maybe was it 8 or 9 New York session, maybe 10 o'clock, and I saw that. So that gave me one confirmation to look for a long. So then I pulled out my fibs to see where we were, and you can tell price came down to the 78.6 level, which is a strong rejection zone. And then I wanted to do my other third confirmation, was my fib trick, to see if the retracement completed the move inside this move, which if you look here, it's kind of a lot going on here, but if you look closely and we focus on the minus 27 and the minus 61.8, you can see that price came in and completed that move. I will delete the Fibonacci for clarity, and that is my other confirmation looking for a buy zone. So once price came into the zone, I then went to the 15-minute. It's more of a candlestick analysis, price action. So a very, very strong bearish engulfing candle. I saw price tend to reverse, a bullish engulfing candle, and then I saw multiple dojis, some signs of reversal, and I actually ended up taking the trade somewhere along within there. And as we are on the 15-minute chart, and price is really respecting somewhat of that 78.6, hovering in between that 61.8, I'm putting my stop loss below this 88.6 level based on the hour Fibonacci, and my take profits, considering we are in a downtrend in the daily chart, I'm only going to take the trade roughly to this previous high. I will probably take a partial and move my stop loss to break even at this point. And my goal is I'm looking for a minimum 1-to-2 ratio trade. Anything beyond that's great. And we are at a 2.43. So that is my current trade right now. And I also did take one more. It was, I believe, yes, it was EU. It was the Euro odd. So let me just break down the chart for you. Let me delete some of the things that I had. I was deleting things prior to the call. So let's see what we can do here. So first things first, you can see price is kind of choppy, and I do see there's a form of inducement here. I see equal lows, and then I also see there's equal lows here. What I'm saying here and here. So with inducement, you'll see equal lows, and then price will tend to stop hunt and drive price down before reversing. So for me, I'm like, okay, price is gonna drive up, but for how long? So I do see that we were just above the 50 EMA, and so I decided to move on to the 4-hour chart. I wanted to identify the structure, and let's see what I could find. So with that being said, I actually drew my trend line somewhere along here from this point to this point, which ended up meeting at this point, and this point. And when I saw this trade set up, I actually ended up zooming down to the 1 hour just for more clarity to see what was going on, where we were. And I actually ended up bouncing back up to the 4-hour because I saw a swing high and a swing low that I could use for the Fibonacci to see where we were as far as a retracement level. And price continued and respected the 78.6, which is that 1, 2, 3, 4th, now 5th, potential 6th tap when I was seeing this. And I also needed to do a fib trick confirmation as another confirmation to see if the move was completed. And I actually took it from this swing low to this swing high and put me in the realm of the -27 and the -68. And we also do have a triple top. That's where price comes up and meets a certain area more than 2 to 3 times, but fails to go beyond it or exceed it. So for me, this is a strong level of resistance. So from here, let me delete this, make it clear for you. I actually dropped down to the 15-minute, and I saw some dojis, reversal candles, some indecisions, signs of reversal, and I actually entered on this long hammer. And currently I wanted to take this price all the way down to our rule. Overall target would be the 176,885, and our first partial, considering the market, I'm going to target the 177. I will probably take a partial here, take another partial here, maybe 25%, and then let the rest of the trade run. So as of right now, I'm currently in profit, maybe about 30% of the trade. And I actually ended up putting my stop loss above the completed move, just outside the 88.6. And it's about 28 pips or so which still gives us the 1 to 7 if I wanted to keep the whole trade, a 1 to 5, and a 1 to 3.89, almost a 1 to 4. So a very healthy trade ratio. So those are my trades for the week so far. I will continue to give you updates. If you are liking these videos, please don't forget to like that button and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.